Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video we are counting down on intense French thriller films of all time not to be missed by anyone. Those who love French thriller films must give it a try and leave a comment below how many films you have already seen from this list or intent to see. Now let's get started. 10 Point Blank 2010. Directed by Fred Cavey. A couple's lives are turned upside down when the woman is kidnapped and her boyfriend must negotiate her release. Samuel Pierrot is a nurse who saves the wrong guy, a thief whose henchmen take Samuel's pregnant wife hostage to force him to spring their boss from the hospital. A race through the subways and streets of Paris ensues, and the body count rises. Can Samuel evade the cops and the criminal underground and deliver his beloved to safety? 9 The Crimson Rivers 2000. Directed by Matthew Kassovitz. Pierre Niemans is a noted French detective assigned to investigate a brutal murder at a prestigious college located high in the Alps. The victim was first disfigured and dismembered, then strangled to death. Niemans soon realizes the murder was not an isolated incident when several similarly mangled corpses are discovered. Meanwhile, in a town 150 miles away, young police investigator, Max Kerkerian, is called in to investigate when the grave of a 10-year-old girl is dug up and ransacked. While interviewing the mother of the young girl, he crosses paths with Niemans, whose investigation has led him to the same town. 8 Deadly Circuit 1983. Directed by Claude Miller. Beauvoir, lonely, aging private detective, is put on the bloody track of beautiful Catherine Laris, who kills and robs her rich husbands on their wedding night. Although he never approaches her directly, he follows her and increasingly feels to be telepathically connected to her, because she reminds him of his daughter he never met. After he led a blind artist, Catherine's truly beloved spouse, into a bus accident, she makes a living by bank robbery with young Betty till Betty gets shot. 7 The Connection 2014. Directed by Cedric Jimenez. Newly transferred to the bustling port city of Marseille to assist with a crackdown on organized crime, energetic young magistrate Pierre Michel is given a rapid-fire tutorial on the ins and outs of an out-of-control drug trade. Pierre's wildly ambitious mission is to take on the French Connection, a highly organized operation that controls the city's underground heroin economy and is overseen by the notorious, and reputedly untouchable, Gaten Zampa. 6L 2016. Directed by Paul Verhoeven. When Michelle, the CEO of a gaming software company, is attacked in her home by an unknown assailant, she refuses to let it alter her precisely ordered life. She manages crises involving her 75-year-old sex kitten mother, her imprisoned mass murderer father, her spoiled and immature son, her ex-husband and her lover, all with the same icy equanimity. This is the approach she brings to the situation, and it appears that her assailant is not finished with her. As the mysterious stalker hovers in the shadows of her life, taunting her, Michelle coolly stalks him back. What emerges between Michelle and her stalker is a kind of game. 5 Diva 1981. Directed by Jean-Jacques Benix. A young male carrier, Jules, Frederick Andre, becomes entranced with the voice of American diva Cynthia Hawkins, Wilhelmina Wiggins Fernandez. She doesn't believe in being recorded, but Jules secretly records her singing on a tape. His recording gets mixed up with another tape that incriminates a police chief, who is working with the mob. Jules quickly becomes the target of mob gangsters, and he must find a way to get himself out of the situation alive. Foretell No One 2006. Directed by Guillaume Canet. Margot, André Dussalier, was murdered by a serial killer 8 years ago, and her husband, Alexander, François Clouzet, continues to mourn her death. One day, the police discover 2 dead bodies near Alexander's home, along with a cache of evidence implicating him in the crime. On the same day, Alexander receives an email with a video showing his wife alive and well, along with a simple message, "Tell no one." With the police breathing down his neck, Alexander goes on the run. 3 Burning Days 2022. Directed by Emin Alper. Emre, a young and dedicated prosecutor, is newly appointed to a small town hit by a water crisis and political scandals. After an initial welcome, in the small town of Bokaya, young prosecutor Emre finds himself being pulled into a political conflict during his first murder investigation. When Emre forms a bond with the owner of the local newspaper, pressure escalates under heated rumors. 2Z 1969. Directed by Costa Gavras. Repression is the rule of the day in this film that skewers Greek governance of the 1960s. Yves Montand, a leftist rabble-rouser, is killed in what appears to be a traffic accident. But given the political climate, the death of such a prominent activist raises troubling questions. Though it's too late to save Z's life, a post-mortem examination suggests that the ruling party was behind his death. As the facts leak out, those who tell the truth pay the price for their honesty. 1. The Wages of Fear, 1953. Directed by Henri-Georges Clouzot. In a wretched South American oil town, 4 desperate men sign on for a suicide mission to drive trucks loaded with nitroglycerin over a treacherous mountain route. As they ferry their explosive cargo to a faraway oil fire, each bump and jolt tests their courage, their friendship, and their nerves. The oil company pays 4 men to deliver the supplies in 2 trucks. A tense rivalry develops between the 2 sets of drivers, and on the rough remote roads the slightest jolt can result in death. So that was the list, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching Intense French Thriller Films Countdown. For more updates, make sure you subscribe to our channel. The handle is right in front of you.